for today's conference contest between the Coker Cobras and your Carson-Newman Eagles. A reminder that Carson-Newman and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or any other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages at the site of competition is prohibited. Now let's meet today's starters. First, for the Cobras of Coker. Number 4, Nor Naveen. Number 6, Jocelyn Markowitz. Number 7, Nellie Bates. Number 10, Chloe Mullen. Number 11, Miller Rouse. Number 15, Isabella Rifle. Number 16, Silka Nielsen. Number 25, Kira Fokel. Number 31, Maya Clark. Number 37, Sherlyn Gross. And in goal this evening, number 39, Helena Seldemeyer. The head coach of the Cobras is Michael Donald. He's assisted by Sheridan Whisper, Tony Wu, and Connor McAllister. And now the starters for your Carson-Newman Eagles. A sophomore from Iceland, number 4, Iris Palsdorf. A sophomore from Quakertown, Pennsylvania, number 5, Kendall Gerber. A midfielder from Liechtenstein, number 6, Felicia Frick. A junior from Oak Ridge, Tennessee, number 11, Malia King. A sophomore from Iceland, number 13, Krista Nielsen. A junior from Germany, number 20, Annika Fenn. A sophomore from Kinston, Tennessee, number 21, Curly Pettit. A graduate student from Beaver Creek, Ohio, number 22, Molly Buckowitz. A graduate from Johnson City, Tennessee, number 25, Savannah Fields. A junior from Knoxville, Tennessee, number 26, Elena Corbett. And in goal tonight, a sophomore from the Netherlands, number 1, Berna Kapachi. The head coach of the Eagles is Simon Duffy. He's assisted by Chris Kirchhoff.
Cap of test. Coker, the men's team for the Cobras, took the 4-2 final in our first game, and we'll recap today's soccer action here at Wayne and Beth Harvey Stadium at McCowan Field with Carson-Newman and Coker in women's soccer. The Eagles are 3-1-1, and have one tie in league play. This will be Carson-Newman's second league game of the season. Same for Coker. The Cobras are 3-0-1 though, and secured 3 points after defeating Limestone 1 week ago by a final tally of 2-0. So two teams with one game under their belts in league play. Eagles with 1 point, Coker with 3. So the Cobras trying to continue on what has been an impressive start to this 2023 season. They're one of just two teams tied atop the league table right now with Emory and Henry, who pulled the upset on Anderson earlier this week. That's obviously not reflective for today's results that may or may not have gone final. But heading into the weekend, the Cobras were tied for first after winning that first game of conference play 1 week ago. The Eagles are trying to stay unbeaten today when they play at McCowan Field. Carson-Newman's 2-0 and has outscored its opponents here at home 6-1, 4-1 in the opener against Union. 4 days later, a 2-0 win over King. Eagles went on the road for back-to-back contests, and they're back at home for the first time in 10 days. We'll round out the month of September with a matchup today, and then 1 week from now, it's Newberry in town for a 7:30 kick. Cobras are in the blue, and they will kick things off to start things moving right to left. Carson-Newman in its new white uniforms, blue shorts, as we're underway, and the Cobras possess defensively. Carson-Newman's been dominant in this series. More on that as we go on throughout today's broadcast. Selena Ute has started all 5 games heading into this one, but she's out with an injury, suffered a head injury on the road Wednesday against number 9 Catawba. She is out of the lineup, and inserted in is Kristen Nielsen, who is one of 2 players with a team-high 2 goals. She gets her first start of the year today. It's been a really integral bench player for Simon Duffy's team. Kendall Garber sprints up the near side, tries to turn on the defender. Garber gets it back. Here's a cross blocked out of bounds, and Carson-Newman will have a corner kick 45 seconds into our contest. It was blocked out of bounds by Noor Naheem. And Felicia Frick will head over and take this corner kick for Carson-Newman. Eagles have 9 goals in 5 games, scored twice on just 2 shots on Wednesday in that 2-2 tie with nationally ranked Catawba. Frick with an in-swinging ball from the left side. It heads toward the back post. Leaping up is Buckowitz, and it's cleared by the Cobras outside the box. No one was able to get ahead on that cross in from Frick. And now Coker tries to counter. Sprint forward. This is Bulkey. Near side ground pass to the feet of Mullen. And racing onto it is Isabella Reichel, but her touch was poor. It goes across the end line for a Carson-Newman goal kick. Coker, on the other hand, with 11 goals, one of the top offenses in the South Atlantic Conference, 11 goals in just 4 games, and have totaled 29 points in just 4 games. Put together a very solid start to the season. 2-0 win, of course, to start league play last week. They've been off for a week, and that all before or after a 4-0 and a 5-0 win in non-conference play against Emmanuel and Bluefield State, respectively. Third non-conference game of the year was a scoreless tie with Barton 10 days ago. But a high-powered offense here early on for Michael Donald's squad. Forces a turnover, and the Cobras back on the ball. Through ball behind the defense. The flag is up, though, because Maya Clark, the forward from England, was offside. 2.5 minutes in. Glad you're with us here on Flow Sports. Eagles will have a free kick defensively. It's Elena Corbett who started all 6 games for the Eagles, taking it forward. Ball's cleared out of bounds far side by Roush. And 3 minutes in, the Eagles now will have a throw-in, trying to work forward and get the game's first shot. It's Carly Pettit along the far sideline, a long throw into the box. Fields chests it down. She will try to control. Pettit dribbling, ground pass toward the midfield line for Palsdottir. Near side, Annika Fenn, another player that has started all 6 games for CN. Pass was strong to Garber along the near side. It's out of bounds for a Coker throw. Two teams that certainly have to feel like they're off to pretty good starts to the season meeting here today, and certainly what is a pretty fun matchup when you look at two teams with very similar statistics, despite Coker having that one less game played. All across the sideline, Eagles take the quick throw. Fields turns, flips it behind the Coker defense, but offside. The flag up from our near side official as Buckowitz was trying to sprint onto that through ball. 4 minutes in, Eagles have been offside once, so has Coker. No shots, and just the one Carson-Newman corner to speak of. It's a 4-game unbeaten streak for Simon Duffy's team. Good free kick taken here. It's headed by Bolke, one of the top scorers for this Coker squad. She's got 3 this season. Cobra is forced to play back defensively. Good passing here across midfield. It's Bolke, another touch in the middle, trying to get around Fend. Now is met by Palsdottir, far side pass, a good one. Now a cross in, but it's going to go wide right of goal. Off the foot of Jocelyn Markowitz, the sophomore defender from Seminole, Florida. Goal kick for CN in this scoreless contest. We're 5 minutes in between Carson-Newman and Coker. Eagles 4-match unbeaten streak, and they have responded well after losing 6-0 to a Columbus State team that is on a ridiculous pace to start the year. Goal scoring wise, but also record wise. They're undefeated and they've scored a ton of goals. Not just against Carson-Newman, but against most of its opponents here early in the season. So that result, not a bad one for how high-powered that Cougars offense seems to be this year. But the Eagles have responded very well. 4-match unbeaten streak, 3 wins, and then the tie on Wednesday. But a tie against top 10 Catawba on the road. Certainly a good result for Simon Duffy's team. They had to come back twice, 2 second-half goals and a comeback effort. Went down 1-0 in the first half. And Savannah Fields off a cross from Selena Yude tied the game early in the second half. Catawba immediately responded, but then the Eagles found a goal in the 75th minute. A strike from Krista Nielsen from outside the box allowed the Eagles to tie the match at 2 with 14 minutes to play before an eventual tied match. Catawba and Carson both had some chances there in the final few minutes, but they settled for 1 point each on Wednesday. What was both teams' sack opener. Good header, left side. It's a foot race between Garber and Reichel, but Garber won the battle. Cobra is still with it. Palsdottir tries to cut it off. Now a ball sent in right to Kabachi, who pushes it down on that long-distance shot from Silkia Nielsen. The defender was forward that time and took aim at Kabachi, who makes her first save on the game's first shot. Palsdottir into the middle for Savannah Fields, one of the 2 captains for Carson-Newman. Passes it to the other in Frick. Leah Kim a touch on the ball in the center circle. Ground pass near side and a whistle. It was off Coker. No, check that. Foul on the Cobras. Free kick for Carson-Newman just shy of midfield. Fenn's going to be forced to bring this ball back for a second as Corbett. Right idea here from Palsdottir. Reverses the near side. Veronica Fend. Defender's got an assist and a goal this year. Hooks one in to the top of the box. It's headed away. Out to Felicia Frick. Frick trying to give and go. It was cut off nicely by Roush and played out. Long throw in. Buckowitz a touch on it. Eagles possess far side. Pettit whips one in. It bounces in the box. The keeper comes out and makes a leaping effort with Garber trying to head it on. Well done by Helena Seldemeyer, who gets the start in goal, the freshman from Germany, with her first touch of the match. What was a pretty good cross from Carly Pettit. Seldemeyer and Ryan Parkin have been the two keepers for Coker. Good ball here behind the defense, but it's going to be headed nicely by Corbett to cut off any chance for Coker's Maya Clark on an attempted counter. Second start of the year for Seldemeyer in goal, third appearance. She's made 5 saves. It's a Coker team that has not allowed a goal this season in 4 matches. Worth noting as well, as Fields tries to reverse it. It's a block by Bolke, but the Eagles maintain for now. Ryan Parkin started 3 of the 4 games, but not on the pitch to start this one in goal. Leaving off for Helen Seldemeyer. Kim, ground pass near side, fend across midfield with possession. Annika Fenn, right foot cross toward the top of the box. Buckowitz, a touch off. Nobody was there in the box. Pettit late to get there. It's flicked out for Frick. Frick to Pettit, she's onside. Pettit aims at goal, fires! Over top of goal. What an effort from Carly Pettit from outside the box. Dangerous ball there. From outside. Good dribbling from Pettit. Had space. And this ball just over top of the crossbar. Seldemeyer would not have been able to get to that if it was able to find the top shelf of goal. But Pettit just a little high on Carson-Newman's first shot attempt in this evening's match. Each team's got a shot, and we're just over 10 minutes in. Kept in play by Coker, but Carson-Newman intercepts it. It was Pettit to step in front of the sideline pass. Corbett back to Kabachi, who's 25 yards outside her box to help with the passing in the defensive half. Dangerous pass here. Corbett comes to possession and flicks forward. Headed right back by Nielsen. He's been active, has that one shot for Coker so far. Corbett ground pass near side for Annika Fenn. Kim met immediately, forced to play back. Eagles content here with trying to control some possession and hope something works forward here. First time Carson-Newman's really maintained a lot of the possession in this match. Kind of gone back and forth. Coker started with a good bit. Now the Eagles settling in on the ball. Fend chooses to go up the field. Ball into the middle. Buckowitz, the first foot on it. Pass off for Fields. Fields around a defender. Try to give it back to Buckowitz. It was intercepted and taken away by Nielsen. Another good play from the captain for Coker. Good pressure from Nielsen. Coker plays it forward, booted up by Bates. Coopers can't keep it though, and Carson-Newman will play it back to Berna Kabachi. Kabachi makes her 6th start. It's been Carson-Newman's goalkeeper in all 6 matches this year. Has allowed 7 goals. Has made 13 saves, a save percentage nearing 70 so far this year. Obviously matches Carson-Newman's record for her goalie record, 3-1-1. Has 2 shutouts as well. In her 2nd full season with Carson-Newman, had to miss the start of her freshman year due to some NCAA rules. Once she was out there for Carson-Newman, made a big impact defensively as the year progressed. Good ball from Buckowitz, forces a clearance for now. Eagles get it back. Nielsen a touch, touches it down, top of the box, and it's Nielsen again. Nielsen takes it away from Nielsen. For now, though, Eagles back on the attack. Frick, far side. for Pettit. Pettit, a lot of space forward. Looking in, ground pass, Buckowitz. Buckowitz turns and shoots a block shot off Nielsen, and Carson-Newman gets a second corner. Silka Nielsen has been impressive defensively right now for Coker, and Carson-Newman will take a corner kick. It'll be Annika Fenn to sprint to the far side to send in Carson-Newman's second corner. We're just over 14 minutes in to this opening half. Eagles are going to send all but 2 white jerseys into the box. Corbett Garber back for the Eagles in case of a counter. Short pass, Buckowitz right back to Fend. High ball in toward the top of the box. Frick, I think, grazed it with her head. And it's kept in by Coker. And clear. Good battle here. We'll play on. Advantage played for Coker. It was a foul on Carson-Newman. Garber beat around. Here goes Reichel. Ground pass into the middle. Bulky can't get around Powell's daughter. It bounces around. Eagles take it away. For now, though, now it's just a ball flicked in. Kabachi can easily control.
Switch on, Mila, get closer.
Powell's daughter, ground pass for Carly Pettit. It's been a balanced attack for Simon Duffy's squad through 5 games. 3 players that have not scored a goal have at least assisted one, led by Irish Miles and Elena Corbett, who each have 2 assists to lead the team. But 10 different players have at least a point for Carson-Newman, and certainly if you count the goalkeeper, everybody's making an impact. All 10 field players basically have been impactful through the first 5 in the scoring column. Nielsen, around one defender, gets around the other Nielsen. It's flicked away. Touchdown, and Coker will try to possess defensively. Roush near side. Good turn from Clark. Good block. Nielsen powers through, spin on the ball, brings it to the Cobras' feet in Roush, and Coker continues to possess defensively. Carly Pettit and Krista Nielsen have the team-high 2 goals as Corbett's taken down in a foul. 6 others have scored a goal, though, so 8 players have scored, while 10 have at least 1 point as well. Was the theme last year as well. A lot of different goal scorers. Felicia Frick was up there. Selena Yude was up there. Alba Delgado. All had 4 goals to tie for the team lead in 23. Much of the same this year with much of the same players back from last year for Simon Duffy. Hoping for another NCAA tournament run and maybe much more. Fields from distance fires. It's kept in by the keeper, Sotomayor. Will go down as Fields' shot. See if this was on target. It was not. It was going to go out of bounds. Probably could have just let it go, but it was kept in play regardless by Coker's keeper, and will continue playing. It looks like a save, but it's not because it wouldn't have been a goal. Eagles throw along the far side. Started the day with the temperature near 90 here in Mossy Creek. Eagles countering off the throw. Nice touch. And it's cleared offline by Bates. But the temperature has started to go down a smidge. Sun isn't glaring onto the field as it was to start the afternoon. Mostly cloudy now. As Frick takes aim from distance, it's a ground ball right into the midst of Sotomayor, who will make a save there. On Carson-Newman's first shot on goal, 4th shot for the Eagles so far as well. Still relatively humid and muggy out there, despite not seeing any sun on the pitch. We'll see if there's a water break. We did have one in each half in the men's game.
again, up again.
As we near the halfway point of the opening half, scoreless is Carson-Newman and Coker, the Eagles' sack home opener here this evening. Fend, good ball. Bounces a couple of times behind the defense. Tracked down and cleared by Bates. Is it inside or outside of the flag? No signal yet. I think it's a throw. Garber is walking over to grab the ball, and it will be a deep throw in the corner. A lot of contact there. No flag. Garber whips the cross in, headed away. Fields touches it down, dancing on her defender to Pettit. Pettit out to Frick. Into the bottom right corner. Sotomayor mistimed the dive, and Felicia Frick has a goal. Play the goal horn for Frick. Eagles on the board. First of the year for Felicia Frick. Assist from Carly Pettit, and Sotomayor was there, but mistimed her dive, and Carson-Newman strikes first. 1-0 Eagles. Coker's going to bring on 2 subs. And exiting is 2 players as well. Eagles love hearing the goal horn. Certainly will once again here at home. 7th time Carson-Newman scored at McCowan Field. And how about that now? That's the 11th different player that's recorded a point for Carson-Newman. 9th different goal scorer. This is game 5. Actually 6, but still, it's early in the year. Quite impressive how balanced the offense is. Carly Pettit with the assist on that ground pass back to Felicia Frick. Now the Eagles have early momentum in this first half. Go down as a 20th minute goal. Eagles back on the ball. It's Malia Kim. Pettit, one-on-one against the defender. Sends a cross in, top of the box. It'll be cleared offline by one of the substitutes for the Cobras, Hannah Denton. Just into the game, able to clear that one toward midfield. Bolke on the counter. Bolke's got a team-high 3 assists. She dishes it off, but the pass not there. Palsdottir cut it off for now. It'll go out of bounds. It's off Carson-Newman. 7th career goal for Felicia Frick, and just the second one that she has scored that has not been a penalty. She has been a perfect 5 of 5 in PKs in her Carson-Newman career. There's a cross sent in near side. Kabachi fumbles the catch but secures late on what was a cross sent in. From the near side, it was sent in by Bolke. Carson-Newman on the board first. Eagles win scoring first, 3-0 this year. Haven't lost when Simon Duffy-led teams have scored the first goal in a game this year. And all-time under Duffy, they're 48, 4-6. Nielsen in a foot race, and it's Sotomayor diving on it before Nielsen got to it.
Turn! Kenny, turn!
Sotomayor, the boot to midfield, bounces a couple of times. Palsdottir heads it. Carson-Newman wins that second ball and possesses. And there's a push from Nielsen on Nielsen. Carson-Newman's Nielsen draws the foul and takes the quick free kick, but the official will bring it back. Continues to roll as we come up on halfway through this opening half. It's Carson-Newman 1 and Coker nothing. Goal scorer Felicia Frick will send this cross in. Buckowitz mistimed the header. It bounces several times and rolls across the end line for a Coker goal kick. Well, we've seen the Cobras make a couple of subs. Carson-Newman's yet to make any. Certainly on a hot day like this, and really all year, Simon Duffy loves rotating, keeping some of his forwards and midfielders fresh who do so much activity up and down the field. But no subs just yet. Halfway through the opening half for Carson-Newman. Good ball here. It bounces across midfield. Corbett in a foot race will play it back for Kabachi. Her only play is to give it off to Palsdottir. The Eagles excellent passing defensively here. Buckowitz mistouch. She hits the deck. Contact there from Chloe Mullen. Might have been clean. The other captain for the Cobras takes it away from Buckowitz to possess for Coker. Kim takes one off the head at midfield from Denton. Stays with it, though, and forces this ball to just be booted up into the air. Frick taken down. That's a foul. And a free kick for Carson-Newman at midfield. Carson-Newman's been really tough at home under Simon Duffy. They've been really good under Simon Duffy in his now 8th season. He's been here 7 years. This is his 8th. They've been really tough, but they've also been extremely hard to beat here in Jefferson City. 44-13-6 here at home. And he's posted a 48-15-8 record against the South Atlantic Conference. So pair quality home efforts as well as quality play against the SAC, and you're going to have a lot of success. That's what the Eagles have done. 3 NCAA tournaments. Most recent coming, obviously, last season, getting the 8th seed in the Southeast region. Good ball here. Kabachi elects to come out and cleanly fields and plays to Palsdottir. That's always risky. Kabachi was 20 yards outside trying to get to that ball before Bulky and was able to do so. Coker took the game's first shot. It was off the foot of Silka Nielsen. That's been it. Eagles have taken the last 5. Chance forward here. It's Bulky back on the ball. Coker tries to work forwards. The freshman from Germany possesses and plays it back. Denton dancing. Near side. Ball was to nobody, and Frick just deposits it out of bounds across the sideline for a throw. Carson-Newman's got at least one substitute waiting at our next stoppage. Alba Delgado is going to check in. It'll be her second appearance of the year. She's been banged up, a foot injury to start the year, but is finally healthy to be able to compete with Carson-Newman women's soccer for what will be her second year here after transferring from UT Martin last year. Eagles win it right back. Savannah Fields with pressure from behind has to stop her progress and reverses far side. Pettit is sprinting on. This ball is going to be played by the defender Markowitz, and just she plays it out of bounds. And here comes some substitutions. Anita Arnadottir will also enter the game with Delgado, and it's Malia Kim and Kristen Nielsen exiting for Carson-Newman with just under 19 minutes to play in this opening half. Pettit will throw it in. 2 goals for her this year, and assists as well. And coming earlier in this game against Coker here on Frick's goal. Good ball in here, headed up into the air toward the top of the box and just booted away. Fend sends one in. Arnadottir, contact, loose and cleared. Right to Frick, though. Frick around one. Off to Delgado. Ground pass, Pettit. Pettit dancing. Defender falls. Pettit from distance. Bottom left corner. Carly Pettit with her 3rd goal of the year. A strike from outside the box. CN rolling in the first half. It's 2-0. The defender fell. Pettit created space and knocked it home. That's the 2nd time this year she's made a defender fall and has scored a goal. Seldemeyer got her paw on it, but not enough on it to keep it out of the back of the net. Pettit strikes, and C ends up 2-0. Harley Pettit continues to impress. This is her sophomore season, and she continues to be excellent for Simon Duffy from that wing-back spot on what is the left side of Carson-Newman's attack. This ball is just played behind the Eagles' defense. Nobody running onto it, so Kabachi will field and just dribble it around here. Coker had not allowed a goal entering today's match. They've allowed 2 in the first 28 minutes and now trailed 2-0 in the first half. Pettit now leads the squad with 3 of them this year, and she's got a goal and an assist in this one for 3 points for the Eagles. Fenn pressured along the sideline, gives it away, a turnover. Denton into the middle. Dancing is Borgman. Borgman to Bulkey in the box. Here's a shot. Kabachi leaps and makes the save going to her right. That's the second time Berna has been shot at, and she's able to make the save on what was a shot from Kira Bulkey. Pressure here, it's taken away. Well done by Clark, but given right back. Coker's been solid on this side of the field, pressuring the ball, winning possession, but not able to sustain it. That's why Carson-Newman's got a 2-0 advantage. The Eagles have been able to sustain success in the attacking half. Arnadottir, an excellent run here, but will lose it out of bounds. We have a foul. We do have a foul as she got possession knocked off the ball by the Coker defender. Yeah, contact there from Isabella Reichel. Foul on Coker, and Carson-Newman will get a free kick from just along the sideline. Monica Fenn will take her time and line up behind the ball as Carson-Newman tries to go for a 3rd goal in this opening half. Fenn sent it in with her right foot. Ball into the center, it deflects. Pettit chests it. It's loose. Bukowitz there, but she was offside. Flag up from our near side official. And Coker will have a free kick. No surprise to see Carson-Newman having such success against these Cobras here in the first half. The Eagles, over their last 8 meetings against Coker, have outscored the Cobras 39-1. You count the 2 goals so far this evening, and the Eagles have outscored them 41-1 in the last 9 meetings between these 2 schools. The only goal in this stretch came in 2019. Got 1 goal in the last 10 seasons playing Carson-Newman. They failed to score in well over 300 minutes when facing Simon Duffy's squad. Played out of bounds. Coker will throw it in. A team that was picked 11th in the league, but certainly has surprised some people with the way they've started, and not just league play, but in non-conference play as well. But been punched in the mouth here early on in this first half, and now down 2 with 14 and a half to go in the first half. Bukowitz a turn. She dances along the far sideline. Give and go. Pass wasn't there with Arnadottir. Pettit and Palsdottir now Fields. No pressure here. Now Denton comes forward as Fields plays it forward. Excellent ball. Garber. Touch was not strong enough. It'll go across the end line out of bounds for a goal kick, and the Eagles will make a sub. Irish Miles will come into the game. And it's Kendall Garber exiting with 13 and a half to go opening half. Great pressure here, and Arnadottir knocks it back out of bounds with Coker getting pressed, trying to pass it defensively. It nearly led to a turnover. But instead, the Cobras will have to line up another goal kick. It's been a busy day for our entire staff. Carson-Newman football was victorious over nationally ranked Wingate earlier this afternoon. Game that took well over 3.5 hours. Saw the Eagles win in overtime on a game-winning field goal from Bennett Smith. Eagles win 31-28. And are 3-0 for the first time in 11 years. Certainly we had the men's game earlier today. Now wrapping things up with Carson-Newman women's soccer, and Eagles off to an excellent start, up 2-0 deep into this first half. Fend and Arnadottir work forward. Arnadottir turns on Denton. Can she get around her? She does, but Coker is able to clear it off her line. It was Mullen over to boot it away. Eagles will throw it in along the near side. Whistles, and we're just going to back up where this throw will take place. A lot of contact there. We'll play on. CN has been very clinical passing the ball around in this first half. Gives it away there on what was an attempted through ball. Nielsen. Nothing there. Good run here behind the defense. Clark fires wide left. Kabachi did not touch it, probably knowing that was going to be wide of the post and out of play, as the Eagles will bring in a change up front. Alicia Teske in for the final 11 plus in place of Molly Buckowitz. The Eagles ahead by a 2-0 tally in this opening half. Alicia Frick in the 20th minute off an assist from Carly Pettit started the scoring. Eagles scored 7 minutes later when Pettit took aim from distance outside the box. Able to find the bottom left corner of goal. Give the Eagles this 2-0 lead that it possesses late in this first half. Played near to the sideline. Eagles think it's their ball, and it is. Arnadottir, near side sprint, tries to cut back. Ball ends up with Miles, who crushes it off the defender. Touchdown by Arnadottir. Who's it off of? Ooh, it's off Coker. Carson-Newman thought it was their throw. They were going to go quick, but it was last touch by the Eagles. Throw in along this near side. Good ball there, but Pettit was the first to get it for Carson-Newman, and Kabachi will get a touch on it just outside the box. Foul here on Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman's been really good when scoring 2 goals or more. The Eagles are a ridiculous 67-2-5 when Simon Duffy led teams score at least 2 goals in a match. One of those 6 ties is this year. That was last game. Eagles scored twice and tied with number 9 Catawba. This ball is flicked out by Annika Fend, and Coker will line up a corner kick from the far side. First time the Cobras will be able to do this. It'll be Mally Bates to sprint over and take it from the far corner with 8.5 to play in the opening half. All but 3 blue jerseys are in the box. Left-footed ball into the center, headed by one player and knocked into the bottom left corner. I believe it's Isabella Reichel off the initial header from Lily Borgman. A perfectly played set piece, and Coker strikes on its first corner of the evening. Here's another look at it, a beautiful ball in from Bates. Borgman wins the header, and right there is Reichel to knock it in the bottom left corner. Was in perfect position. You honestly can't ask for anything better. I don't think Borgman was intending to head it to Reichel, but if she did, it was great. But it works out beautifully for the Cobras, and they're within a goal here late in the opening half. Reichel's second goal of the year, and it's Borgman's first assist on that header. Bates will get a hockey assist on the corner. And for Bates, that'll be her first assist as well. She's one of the 3 Cobras with 3 goals, but now gets her first assist of 2024 and brings Coker within a goal. Palsdottir boots it across midfield. Now the feel of this game suddenly changes very quickly as Palsdottir wins the battle with Bulky. The Eagles possess. Along the near side here, it's Fend dragging it down and booting it toward midfield. Chested down here along the near side by Mullen. Didn't keep it in, though. It's off Coker. Carson-Newman's bringing Noelle Kreiser and Cameron Giles into the game for the first time. This is appearance number 1 for Noelle Kreiser. She's been injured as well in the early parts of the year. This will be her 36th career appearance with Carson-Newman in what is year 5 for the West Yarmouth, Massachusetts native. She enters for Palsdottir in the final 6+ minutes. Mentioned Giles coming into the game as well for Carson-Newman, replacing Pettit, who has been active with a goal and assist. She gets a rest down the stretch. Good turn here, but a pass right to Corbett, who gets around one defender, takes a move and leaves it off for Miles. Miles will backtrack to her keeper, Kabachi, who concedes an 8th goal in her sophomore season, but it was a beautifully executed play on the corner kick set up by Bates. On the initial ball, Borgman won the header, and Reichel was in the right spot to knock it home to make it a 2-1 game here. That goal coming in the 37th, and we've got 5.5 to play in the first half. Kreiser into the middle for Delgado. Ball goes across the sideline. Coker throw. Certainly it feels like the Cobras have probably won these last 10 minutes, maybe even 5. So we just count the goal and what led up to that, winning the corner. Under 5 to go. Pressure on Nielsen. She boots it across midfield. Nice turn here for Maya Clark. Fields defended it well, though, getting back into the play to draw the foul. Both teams have 3 shots on goal. There's only a combined 10 shots in the match. 6 for Carson-Newman and 4 for Coker. Cobras, though, 75% of the time have hit the target. High ball forward, bounces once. Teskey gets her head on it, turns, but is met by Nielsen, who clears. Didn't get it far enough away, though. Carson-Newman trying to stay on the attack. Gatto met by 2. Jersey grabbing. Lots of contact on Delgado. Advantage was probably played, we'll say. And we'll get a clock stoppage with 4 minutes. Simon Duffy is irate at the officials. That was a clear jersey pull on Alba Delgado. There was no whistle. And now Simon Duffy will get a message from our head official. It was clear contact. Eagles still had possession, so maybe advantage was played, but the Eagles weren't pressing forward, so they could have probably blew it dead and given a free kick, but maybe the official just had a different view of the play. There's visible contact with the jersey grab. I think we're going to see it here in a second. Yep, there it is. I mean, that's clear contact on Denton grabbing Delgado's jersey. There's the foul at the end that is eventually called, but certainly was late. Don't believe any cards were handed out there to Carson-Newman's team, and there actually is one. There we go. So there's a card after the fact here on Hannah Denton. So Denton is shown yellow. One of the substitutes for Michael Donald's squad is shown a yellow with 4 to go. Right before Carson-Newman lines up this free kick, we'll have a long stoppage.
Drop one, please. Keep going, on our toes, keep going.
See if the Eagles can get one back here late in the second half. Fend will put it back into play. Free kick, back post. Giles got her head on it, but over top the crossbar it goes and out of play. Eagles execute that well, but Giles' header just a little high. Can't complain about that chance for Simon Duffy's group here on the back post cross.
Get ready, you need it.
Right idea, though, because Seldemeyer, the Coker keeper, is
Second ball forward.
not extremely tall, and so that top shelf is open
Hey,
if you're able to slot it in the right spot
finish strong.
on a shot attempt. Intensity has picked up certainly throughout this first half. It's been a physical half. Only 8 combined fouls and just the 1 card that was handed out, but both these teams are giving it their all here in the opening half. Kabachi will come out and just flick it high into the air. Who wins this header? Fields got her head on it, but Coker controls for now. Still anyone's ball, and the Cobras now control. Reichel, the goal scorer. Off to Bolke, who's got 3 herself this year. Stops at the sack logo. Patient, still looking. Chips one in, Fenn boots it back at her. Arnadotter tracks it down. Ground pass near side. Miles got there at the same time as the defender keeps it in. Fields at midfield. Beautiful ball. Arnadotter trying to work forward. Ground pass, Teskey. Touch for Miles. Keeps it in, and it's played out by Coker. Just over 2 to go. Can the Eagles play add-on late in this half? Went up 2-0, but conceded in the 37th minute. Arnadotter falls on the ball. Tries to get up. Tackles Bates, and it goes out of bounds off of Coker. Great extra effort from Anita Arnadotter to win Carson-Newman its 3rd corner kick. And it'll come from Felicia Frick, who has her first goal of the year earlier in this match. And when she takes it, there will be about 90 seconds left in the half.
10. Get your 10.
Frick from the near corner. Eagles have a short pass option here. Delgado is there to Fields. Back to Frick. Frick took aim at goal but was offside. Eagles offside for the 3rd time in the half.
One minute to play in the first half. 1 minute.
Near side sprint. Corbett gets there first and plays it back for Kabachi. So we are under a minute to go in this opening half. 2-1. Plenty of fireworks. Both teams have scored. The Eagles just have scored 1 more and have the 1-goal advantage. And what is Simon Duffy's team sack opener? Eagles have won 2 of their last 3 South Atlantic Conference home openers. Lost last year to Anderson to open up the home slate in a game that was delayed because of weather multiple times. Good ball here. We're under 20 seconds. Teskey brings it to the ground. Alicia looks. It's played out. Does Carson-Newman have enough time? 10 seconds. Miles throws it in. Arnadottir deflected out. And that's how the first half comes to a close. Eagles score twice in the first 27 minutes. In the 20th minute, it's Felicia Frick's first goal of the year on an assist from Carly Pettit. And then Carly Pettit got back in the scoring column for her third of the year in the 27th minute. But Coker cut the deficit in half. Isabella Reichel off a great corner from Mally Bates, and an excellent header from Lily Borgman brings us to a 2-1 tally at the break. Recap the first half, around the South Atlantic Conference as well. About 15 minutes when we get set for the second half here from McCowan Field on the Eagles Sports Network. All right, back at McCowan Field. Carson-Newman the 1-goal advantage as we get set to start the second half. Eagles leading in most of the statistical columns, 7 shots to 4 on Coker, but both teams have 3 shots on goal each. Eagles have the extra goal. Felicia Frick and Carly Pettit have the 2 for CN, and it's Isabella Reichel with the goal for the Cobras. She scored in the 37th minute after a Mally Bates corner kick. It was headed initially by Lily Borgman, and then it was Reichel on the other end of that second header, or that first header, and received that second ball to make this a 1-goal match to start half number 2. Clock starts, and we are underway for the second half on what is a very warm day out there in Jefferson City. Sun came out for a lot of the halftime and toward the end of the opening half, but now the lights are on here at Wayne and Beth Harvey Stadium. Good sprint forward for Garber in the corner. It's going to go out of bounds. Yep, Garber unable to save it. Coker throw. Eagles have led at halftime now in 3 of its 6 games this season. In the 2 previous ones, they ended up winning. So once again, like we said about when this team scores first, they have success. Certainly when you score in the first half and you score twice, also gives the Eagles some cushion. They'll look for an insurance goal or 2, though, in this second half against the Cobras. We'll take a look around the South Atlantic Conference as well as we go on throughout the rest of this evening's game. All played in. It's a new keeper in there for Coker. It's Ryan Parkin, who's made 3 starts, now comes off the bench here in the second half after Helena Sotomayor allowed 2 goals and just made 1 save in that opening half. Parkin's not allowed a goal and has 7 saves. Or rather, 12 saves in goal. This ball goes across the end line off the Cobras, and so Carson-Newman will line up a corner kick. It'll come from the near side. Annika Fenn will trot over. Fenn continues to make her way to the corner, now places the ball. The Eagles line up more toward the back post. Wilson fakes coming in, and now the ball is swung in, back post, headed away toward the top of the box. Cleared off an Eagle. Parkin has to come out and control. Naheem won the initial header and then tried to clear it and knocked it off Fields, forcing Parkin to have to control as this ball goes across the sideline, and Carson-Newman has the ball back. Nielsen forces another throw. Fields a header, top of the box, booted away. Fend. Knocked in the back and fouled by Maya Clark. Only 1 final so far in the South Atlantic Conference. On the women's side, Catawba a 3-0 win over Lincoln Memorial. So the Indians go on the road for the first time this year and scored twice in the first half and once in the second to secure a 3-0 shutout win over the Rail Splitters. Header into the box. Fields takes aim. It's blocked by Nielsen and cleared. Savannah Fields with her first shot on target. Sees it get blocked. Good job by Nielsen to get in the way. Ball not cleared. Fields was going for that left side. Sees the defender Nielsen step in front. Good ball near side and a sprint forward. This is Markowitz. Markowitz crosses one in. Clark's there, ran over it though, and Kabachi dives on it. Right idea. A good run by Jocelyn Markowitz, but it turns out to be nothing for the Cobras as we come up on 4.5 minutes into this second half. 3 different players scored for the Indians in that win over the Rail Splitters. 2 other games kicked off the same time we did, and the nightcap is Lenore, Ryan, Emery, and Henry, 7:30. Garber, cross, deflected. Parkin doesn't control it. It's knocked off an Eagle, and Parkin now picks it up. Only dangerous there. Ryan Parkin unable to gather this first ball. And luckily for Coker, nobody was there to try to get a rebound shot. Pettit for Kabachi, who comes out, falls on the ball. CN's keeper's on the deck. Empty goal. Clark fires. Eagles block it. Garber keeps it in along the sideline. Good job by Carson-Newman. Powell's daughter, Pettit, Fend all got back into the picture with an empty goal. Buckowitz ground pass. Eagles trying to go on a counter. Nielsen bumped off the ball on a foul. Berna just simply tripped over the ball trying to play it forward, and that could have been really bad for Carson-Newman. She was trying to kick it and just missed, took a misstep, fell down, and struggled to get back up and get back into goal. Luckily, her defense helped her out, keep Coker off the board. Fend leaves one into the box, headed down, and cleared by Hannah Denton. Bulky, good speed as she sprints across midfield, but her dribbling was too heavy. And the Eagles take it away. Nielsen backtracking and goes back to Fend, who passed it to her initially. Fend to Buckowitz. Space for CN. Fields chips it in. Nielsen a touch. Can she track it down? Does. Shoots. And a save from Parkin on the near side attempt from Krista Nielsen. Carson-Newman will get a 5th corner kick off the sequence. Good effort by Parkin as Nielsen took aim at goal. That's the first shot for Krista Nielsen. And the Eagles will have a corner kick. Annika Fend will head over to this near corner. Certainly Carson-Newman's not in a rush, has the 1-goal advantage, but looking for another goal of insurance at some point in the second half. Fend whips it in. Fields heads it right to Parkin. Graduate student Savannah Fields was the one to win the header, but it was right to Coker's keeper, who makes her first save in relief. Corbett reads that pass and sends it wide of the sideline. This was a really good corner. We've seen both these teams take some really good corners. Eagles got a good look there, but Parkin in the right spot to make the catch. Throw in for Kendall Garber and Carson-Newman. Bulky, one of 3 Cobras with 3 goals through the first 4. It's been quiet so far today. Pettit cuts off that through ball. Eagles back forward. Savannah Fields into the middle. Ground pass far side. Buckowitz, touch outside the box, dribbling, tries to turn back, fights through contact, shoots wide and high of goal. Shots piling up for CN. That's number 11. Wingate and Limestone are in a good game. 2-2 is the score in the 70th minute. They've gone back and forth. Limestone scored in the 7th minute. Wingate scored twice in the next 12 to take a 2-1 lead. And Limestone scored on a penalty in the 32nd minute. They've been tied for the past 40 minutes of that game in Gaffney. That's the only other game in progress. Lenore Ryan and Emery and Henry will get going later this evening. Got Sunday soccer tomorrow in Greenville as Newberry heads that way and take on Tusculum in a battle between the only two winless teams in the South Atlantic Conference. Eagles are making changes. Alba Delgado will come on for Malia Kim. Just over 10 minutes into this second half. Delgado making her second appearance of the season. Mentioned Newberry and Tusculum on the women's side being winless. That's on the men's side. They'll play tomorrow. Newberry's women's team's been off to a great start this year. 4-0-1, and Tusculum's women's soccer team is 2-3. It'll be the first league game for the Pioneers and the second for the Wolves. All deflects toward the top of the box, and it's cleared away to Pettit. Fields. Near side, Pettit. Sophomore's got an assist and a goal. Turns toward the middle. Pettit from outside the box. Cross. Garber. Saved by Parkin. Heck of a save on what was a gorgeous ball from Pettit to the back post. Garber in the right spot. Just could not get it past Ryan Parkin, who continues to be great off the bench. That's her second save here in the first 11 minutes of this half. It'll be Frick to take the corner. Sixth Eagles corner, here it is. And it's over top of goal. Coker's keeper keeping the Cobras in this one, down just a goal, trying to come to Jefferson City and battle back and at least secure 1 point in this road match. Have not led in this game. Eagles got the first 2 goals of the game. Coker got the most recent one in the 37th minute. Grabbing of the jersey on Fields, or rather Delgado. Over the head of Buckowitz goes the soccer ball. Miss clearance, it's loose. Pettit's there, shot, bottom right corner. You can't make mistakes against Carly Pettit. She makes you pay. Goal number 2 for the sophomore. And the Eagles have insurance, it's 3-1. What a start to the season for Carly Pettit, her 4th of the year. She had 1 all of last year. A missed clearance by Jocelyn Markowitz. Pettit right there, made her pay. And it's 3-1 Carson-Newman. That's a deflating goal for Coker to give up. Parkin has made some fabulous efforts to keep Carson-Newman off the board, but that turnover put her in a tough spot. And there was nothing she could do against Carly Pettit, who has 2 goals and an assist here tonight. Eagles back on the ball, but Coker able to control with Charlene Rose. Into the middle, Nielsen boots it forward. Buckowitz is on sides. Molly Buckowitz, shot wide right. Good run from Molly. Shot goes off target, though, and it'd be a Coker goal kick. Good run. Good timing on the run as well from Buckowitz to beat the defender while staying on side. Pettit up to 5 career goals for this year. They've all been here at home. Her first multi-goal game as Frick wins the header. Buckowitz, touchdown, battling, goes far side for Garber. Garber cut off, and it's cleared toward the middle of the pitch. Clark heads it up into the air. Corbett to fend. Coker tries to bring this down to the turf and control. through Clark and Corbett. A lot of contact. Will play through it. And Eagles back on the ball. Corbett boots this one toward the sideline, and Garber runs into the fence trying to keep it in. Second time this year, Carson-Newman has scored 3 goals or more to match. Eagles did it in the home opener, scoring 4 times. As Nielsen tries to turn and get around the other Nielsen, but won't be able to keep it in. It's off Carson-Newman. Eagles have scored 3 or more for the 42nd time under Simon Duffy in his 8 seasons. Pressure in the back. Fields, or rather Buckowitz, was providing the pressure. Bulky with space across midfield. Ground pass behind the defense. Kabachi comes out, collides with a Cobra, and a foul. Kabachi's down, and so is a Cobra attacker. I think it was Maya Clark making the run and got there basically at the same time. Yeah, it was Clark. No, Kabachi got there first. That's a clear foul on Coker. The Eagles' keeper is down to making head-to-head contact with Maya Clark. This is the second straight game that the Eagles have had a player on the pitch make head-to-head contact with an opposing player. Selena Yude made head-to-head contact and is missing today's game, bleeding in that sequence. Was not deemed to have a concussion, but suffered a head injury and is out for this game. But now it's Berna Kabachi in this game with some contact on Clark, who has been helped to her feet. Seems to be okay. We'll see if Simon Duffy elects to keep his keeper in or not. I think he is. Kabachi seems to be okay. Good signs for both teams. After the foul on Coker, Eagles up to 14 shots in this contest. 6 have been on the goal, out shooting the Cobras. But 7 of those 14 have been in the first 15 minutes in this second half. Eagles only had 7 shots in the opening 45 minutes and have 7 in the first 15 minutes of this second half. Been a lot more aggressive and have created great chance, one of which has resulted in a goal. The clock resumes in this second half with the Eagles ahead by 2 goals. Dribbling in the middle is Mullen. Tried to play it forward for Roush. Eagles knocked it out of bounds. Powell's daughter, a ground pass to Nielsen. Great exit pass to Buckowitz. Now the Eagles try to go the other way. Pressure from behind. A clean tackle from Rose. And Coker plays it out. They defend the counter for now relatively well, as Anita Arnadottir will return to the match and take the place of Krista Nielsen. Good minutes from Nielsen, despite just the 1 shot. She's been active up front, has helped create those opportunities forward. Garber. Clark plays it out. Cobras have lost 8 in a row against Carson-Newman, trying to change things, and will need a comeback in this second half. Buckowitz's pass behind Delgado. It's a turnover, and Coker on the ball. Ball gets past Pettit and Markowitz out of bounds along this sideline for an Eagles throw. Garber, nice tackle to keep Carson-Newman on the ball, right to Delgado. And the Eagles reversed to the near side for Powell's daughter. Pettit trying to go back to work. She's been great in this game. Cuts middle, gets around a defender. Pettit shoots, and Parkin is there to leap and make the catch. Third save in 18 minutes for Ryan Parkin in goal since entering as the Coker keeper in the second half. Another great move from Pettit to create space. Corbett wins the header. Eagles will try to possess it and bring this ball back down to the turf. Battle in the midfield, and Delgado's fouled. Fouls have been one-sided statistically, 10 on Coker and 2 on Carson-Newman. Fenn will line up this free kick. Their squad up 3-1. High ball that Parkin will come out and grab, with Arnaudotter bearing down on her. Coker defense was the highlight of this team through the first 4 games. They were one of just 8 Division II women's soccer clubs with no goals allowed in the start of this 2024 season. That has certainly changed today. Eagles offense has been the story with 3. Garber, just takes it away from the Cobra defender. Garber on the attack. Ground pass middle for Buckowitz. Buckowitz turns. That ball was in between Delgado and Pettit. Pettit will track it down near corner. Pettit turns, sends one in, and it's cleared by Nielsen. Corbett right back in there with it. Michael Donald sprinting from his bench, hoping his team will settle down a little bit and try to control the ball, but it's been all Carson-Newman in the attacking half. Fields. Frick. Great ball to Arnaudotter. Ground pass through the defense. Buckowitz will take aim and miss wide right. This is excellent passing, though, from Carson-Newman that is leading to another chance. As Simon Duffy is going back to his bench, Cameron Giles will enter the match and take the place of Molly Buckowitz with 25 minutes to play in this second half. Eagles trying to stay unbeaten and on their way to doing so here at home. 2 wins at home in 2 games. This is game 3 at McCowan Field, with still 5 more to go. All across the sideline, Simon Duffy thought that was his team's ball. Instead, it's Coker taking the throw. Great tackle from Garber, but Coker keeps it. Markowitz will play it back to our center back, Nielsen. Nobody making a run. It's the right idea. But the pass saw nobody on the receiving end. Eagles trying to control it here defensively. Reverse it far side for Fenn.
Good, Charlie. Tommy swing.
23 and a half minutes to play. Coker controls, down by 2. They'll go near side here. Markowitz heads it away from Pettit. Powell's daughter boots it right back for Pettit. Where would Carson-Newman be without Carly Pettit's efforts today? She has scored or assisted on all 3. 2 herself, scoring and assisting on Felicia Frick's goal. Bulky and Coker going back to work. The forward crosses it into the 6-yard box. It's loose, and Palsdottir allows Kabachi to control it. A lot of conversation. Maybe thinking that Roush was fouled here by Palsdottir. There's not a lot of contact there at all. Contact there, advantage played for CN, still on the ball. Arnadottir dribbling, will go far side for Fenn. Fenn, far side. Flicked into the middle. Palsdottir fouls Roush. And we'll get a stoppage with 22 minutes to go. I think the official wants to talk it over with Mila Roush and Iris Palsdottir, who have been going at it the last minute or so. Ball continues to back up. Now Nielsen will get ready to take it when the clock resumes. Corbett up to Giles. Tried to turn. And Giles commits a foul with a collision at midfield. Free kick for Coker. Trailing by 2. Those shots have been limited for Michael Donald's squad. This ball's played into the box. Kabachi will come out. Collision again. That's the second collision with Kabachi. And no card here. It'll be just a foul on the Cobras. It's the second time in the past 10 minutes that Berna Kabachi has been hit trying to gather in a ball that she clearly gets to first. That time it was Kiera Bulkley that made the collision. That's clearly after the fact. Not a lot there, though. Not as physical of a contact made there as the first one. Still enough. Well done by Fields to win the ball. And take it away from Borgman. Frick. Arnadottir. Frick wins it back for Carson-Newman. Both teams giving great effort there in the midfield, but it's Carson-Newman's effort paying off to win the ball. Fenn going forward with it. Garber in a foot race. Tracking it down and forces it to be cleared into the middle. Frick whiffs on the kick forward and retreats back for Corbett. Giles turns. Space for her in the middle. Tackled from behind. Eagles will try to go back forward. Frick turns and goes far side again. Fenn's been active. They've gone her way a lot in this second half here recently. Coker plays it back defensively in Carson-Newman's half. 3-1 game. We've got less than 19 and a half minutes to play in this one. Carson-Newman scored twice in the first half. Goals from Felicia Frick and Carly Pettit in the 20th and 27th minutes. Made it 2-0. Coker got within a goal, though. 37th minute goal off a corner made it 2-1, and the Eagles got an insurance goal earlier this half from Carly Pettit in the 58th minute. As Fields and the Eagles will see this one go across the end line. Carson-Newman's been able to pad to its lead in this second half, and will try to get at least one more maybe to feel good about this match. As Irish Miles will enter the game for Carson-Newman, and the Cobras make 2 changes. Hannah Denton back in. And Coker brings Isabella Reichel, the goal scorer off that corner, back into the match as well with 18 and a half to go. Chances have been limited for Michael Donald's squad. They have just one shot after halftime. Trying to change that here as Bulky works forward. Reichel has it taken off her feet, cleared by Frick.
All right, head up, come! Head up! Wide!
Good crowd on hand. Glad you're with us here on Flow Sports as Carson-Newman women's soccer leads Coker 3-1, 17:45 and a rolling second half clock. Kabachi will come well out here to beat this one back to midfield. Delgado, far side, Miles. Just down the header, wins the ball back. Miles, top of the box. Looks for options. As it poked away, collision and a foul on Carson-Newman. Another look at this one. Looked like Miles got there first. About the same time, neither touched the ball. They are both going for it. Miles the one charged with the foul. Fields up the near side. Stops the momentum. Looks into the middle. Finds Anita Arnadottir. Heads it forward, but nobody else was there up with her.
Turn! Get connected, come!
Clark with a good turn with the ball across midfield. Goes near side. Into the middle with a pass really to nobody. Corbett deflected it for now. Borgman leaves it off for Roush. Roush threw ball in, but too much on it for Bulky to control, and nobody was running onto it. Now Rickabachi, I just let this ball sit at her feet. She'll actually pass it, though. There was no pressure from Coker. Might as well force them to press up here and see if he can take advantage on the other side. Fields to Corbett, 15 and a half to go, with the Eagles up 3-1. What is game 3 at McCowan Field for Simon Duffy's team this year? Game 3 of 8 at home. Giles pushed by Nielsen from behind and a foul. Giles slow to her feet.
Alba, watch the strikers dropping in. See if we can rotate up top. Yeah. AC, stay central, please.
And we'll line up the free kick at the CN logo. Right-footed ball to the top of the box, headed up and back toward midfield by Nielsen. Fields to Arnadottir. Eagles on the move. Idea was there with Arnadottir's pass. Too much on it. Kept in by Coker. Ground ball right to Fend. Fend will put one back into the box. Arnadottir there, but Nielsen wins the header up into the air. Loose in the box. Frick battling. Sees it taken away. And the Eagles see Coker knock it back toward midfield with under 14 to play.
Up. Wait, there you go. Yeah. Come on. Check. Alvin behind.
Good to see both teams' men's squads as Arnadottir's knocked down and Advantage played with the Eagles still on the ball. Giles back to Frick. Arnadottir took more contact. Advantage, I guess, still played. Eagles still on the ball. Miles going into the far corner, tackled, and ball goes out. And we'll stop the clock with 13:23. I think we're getting a card here. 2 previous fouls on Silka Nielsen, and she is shown a yellow with 13:23 to go. There's 1 contact, and there's the second. Advantage was played, though. Well done by the lead official. Good to see both men's teams taking in this action after playing earlier this afternoon. Members of both teams across the way making up a good crowd to wrap a busy day here in Mossy Creek. Giles to Miles. Cross is deflected and now cleared.
Excellent decision.
Ball out of bounds. Throw for Arnadottir. And the Eagles will be Pettit. That ends up taking it. 12.5 to go. Giles. Ball goes past her. She'll try to keep it in. Does so, but the cross was deflected by Nielsen and played out. Quick throw. Pettit loses possession. Going to go all the way back to Kabachi in goal. Carson-Newman's 2 first-half goals match a team high and a half, or in a first half this year. Eagles scored twice in the first half against Union and twice in the second. Just 1 goal in the second half, but leading 3-1 and have limited Coker to just 1 second-half shot. Normally, you would maybe think a 2-goal advantage wouldn't be as comfortable as it seems probably for Carson-Newman, who has done all the attacking forward and has done less of the defending, even with a 2-goal lead. That's what makes this 3-1 lead feel relatively comfortable. Certainly the Eagles won't want to concede again, though, and put more pressure than they need on themselves. Kabachi will let this touch her feet and show control with 11-ish to go. Goal Coker scores 2. I don't think Simon Duffy's going to be upset with how his team conceded. It was a heck of a corner kick. Good job from Borgman to get the initial header, and right place, right time for Isabella Reichel to score that goal. That's really been the best chance all day, despite Coker having a couple of shots on goal. They've been from outside the box and not been too much of a threat for Berna Kabachi, who is trying to win her 4th game of this season, improve her record to what Carson-Newman's record would be if the result holds at 4-1-1. And it would be career win 9 for Berna Kabachi in what is her 2nd year now. Collision with Giles and a Coker defender who is shaken up. Will play on. Eagles have the possession. Coker wins it now, and the official will stop the clock with 10:26 to play with an injured Coker player. It's one of the captains who was battling there with possession. I think it was Cam Giles who was battling to win possession and made contact with Coker player it was, and that is Chloe Mullen, one of the captains for Coker, shaken up on that contact. Gives us a good chance to look at some statistical numbers from this one. You see the shots, man. 9 of them have been for Carson-Newman in the second half. Of those 16 shots in the second half, Coker's only had 1 second-half shot. It was 7-4 at half. It's 16-5 now. See the shots on goal advantage, too. It's been dominated by Carson-Newman, who is trying to win its 10th game ever against Coker and 9th straight. Mullen was helped to her feet and was able to walk off the pitch. As Nielsen will wait, or rather that's Borgman waiting to see how the official will let us restart. Play continues. Coker will play it back with Naheem. Good ball. Boki behind Miles in the Eagles defense. Gonna cross send it. It is, and cleared by Palsdottir with effort as well from Corbett. Dangerous ball there. Eagles defended it well, trailing the play. Nielsen near side. See if Coker can get something moving forward. Into the middle goes Reichel. She'll fire from distance right at Kabachi. Berna's third save on Coker's fourth shot on goal. Reichel's the goal scorer from the first half. Took aim for the second time today, but comes up empty that time. Just the second shot for Coker in the second half right here. A long shot to Kabachi. Had plenty of time to realize where that one's going to end up. This ball goes off the hand of Corbett, and a handball will give Coker a free kick. Eagles really don't mind this, even though they don't like that it's a handball. It does slow momentum here for a moment. But Coker will line up a free kick, and everybody but one blue jersey and the kick taker will head that way. Mila Roush will take it. She raises her right arm with under 9 to go. Here it comes in, and it's wide left of the post. Kabachi keeps it in. Eagles can hold on. This would just be the second goal. It would only allow 2 goals in 3 home games if the result holds. They'd win their 3rd SAC home opener in the last 4 years as well. And get their first 3 points of the conference season. Clock will stop here with under 10 to go, with the winning team making substitutions as Molly Buckowitz will return in favor of Anita Arnadottir. Throw in for Miles far side as the clock continues to run now. Buckowitz along the end line. Miles, Nielsen, ball sent in. Parkin leaps and makes the play. Corbett heads it back to Kabachi. Well done there. And the sophomore keeper will grab and roll out near side for Palsdottir. Wingate is able to end up stealing away 3 points in a road match with Limestone thanks to an 82nd minute goal. Bulldogs outshoot the Saints 15-5 to win their first league game of the year. Bulldogs are 2-0-2. Limestone will fall to 1-3-1 and 0-2 in the league. So the Saints have fell to now Coker and Wingate in their first 2 league games. Still look for their first point as Buckowitz is taken down. We'll play on, though, on the contact with Rose. 7 minutes to play. The Eagles ahead by 2. Eagles have outscored Coker now in the last 9 meetings, 42-2. Coker's goal tonight, first goal they've scored in this series since 2019. It's a beautifully played and executed goal as well. They've only scored twice in 9 meetings against Carson-Newman in the last 10 plus years. Pettit reverses far side. Ball's behind Miles, so she'll backtrack toward midfield to play it for Fend. Fend Ground pass along the far side. Miles kept it in, and it's knocked out. Substitutions both ways with 6 minutes to play. Frick, or just for Carson-Newman, Ava Rose and Felicia Frick will enter. And Carly Pettit and Savannah Fields, who give great minutes, will leave for the first time and probably won't return. They've been out there for all 82. And will exit here with 6 to go. Well, toward the top of the box, Nielsen will control. Eagles will play it back. Carson-Newman certainly eased up its attack forward. Knowing they're up 2, there's no need to continue to press forward to open up a Coker counter. Right on cue, though, here comes an attack forward, and it's cleared toward midfield. The Eagles have certainly been a little bit more patient with their efforts forward, knowing that they've got the 2-goal lead as Rose collides with Nielsen, and the ball goes across the end line and out of play. Eva Rose into the match for the first time. She's played in all 6 games here in her true freshman season from Jackson, Tennessee. Rose joins a whole host of Tennessee State natives to play on Simon Duffy's team this year. This ball is going to be played into the box. Kabachi will control. 6 total are from the volunteer state for Simon Duffy. For a roster that's made up of 9 different countries, players from 9 different countries on this roster. Nielsen, part of that from Iceland, playing at far side for Buckowitz. Holly has it taken away, though. Coker defends that well. Buckowitz tried to take it back, but Bates able to clear. And Miles will play this one. Does Parkin let it go out? Nope, she'll keep it in. Both these teams might be wearing down a little bit as we come down the stretch in this one. Carson-Newman's got the 2-goal lead, trying to hold on and improve to 3-0 at home and 4-1-1 overall. Collision along the sideline. Eagles touched it last. Throw to Roush at midfield. Crossing midfield is Bates to Bulkey. Touch was heavy. Ends up with Clark. Clark trying to create space. Goes near side for Denton, who knocks it off Frick. Frick going forward, and a foul on Coker. Denton was grabbing Frick from behind, and we dip under 3 minutes to go. The Eagles will go take a free kick. Should the result hold, Carson-Newman will win yet another game when scoring multiple goals. It'll be win 68 when scoring 2 goals or more under Simon Duffy. This will be his 81st win at Carson-Newman as well. So 68 of the 81 wins have seen his team score twice or more. Ava Rose with space, but she was offside, trying to make a run forward.
Get your rest when you get here. Come on. Krista, excellent job in there. Finish strong, CN. Come on.
Duffy imploring his team to finish strong here in the final 2 minutes. Trying to win their first league game of the year. Get 3 points in total, 4 in this young season. Buckowitz blocks it off the defender. This effort down the stretch is impressive from CN. Not making it easy for this Coker team to work forward with 100 seconds left. The win for the day will put Carson-Newman back in a tie for first. It'll be the first time they actually go up to first, and we'll stop the clock with 89 seconds to play as Noel Kreiser will enter and Annika Fend will exit. Kreiser back in after appearing in the first half as well. Eagles will go back to the top of the table with Catawba, who also won today and will have 4 points. Lenore Ryan plays later tonight. They have 1 point this year as well, so a win for them. And there's a chance the Bears could join Carson-Newman at the top. The only way the Eagles would not be in a tie for first at the end of the day is if Emery and Henry, as Buckowitz shot, rolls into the arms of Park. And the only way the Eagles would not be in a tie for first is if E&H would defeat ranked Lenore Ryan later tonight. That kicks off in about 10 minutes. 50 seconds to play. Kreiser on the ball. .40 seconds and counting. Corbett takes it right away from the Coker attacker. Delgado. Nielsen back to her. 25 seconds. We'll play on. Eagles not in a rush. This ball's going to go to the far side for Miles. 15 seconds. Buckowitz. Eagles might make one last trip forward. Buckowitz toward the top of the box. Coker controls, sends it forward. 5 final seconds. Carson-Newman is still unbeaten at home. 3rd game of the year, 3rd home win of the year for Carson-Newman. Final score 3-1. Eagles are 4-1-1 and get their first league win, game 2 of league play this season. Eagles got 4 points now in the South Atlantic Conference table. And what a game it was for Carly Pettit. She scores twice. Pettit with 2 goals and an assist. The Eagles roll in this one. Pettit's got 4 this season to lead the CN attack. She was fabulous. Scored and assisted on all 3 to help the Eagles improve to 4-1-1. Ian Johnson, Jay West, our director and replay operator. Kennedy Goins, our camera operator. I'm Andrew Rogers. We thank you for joining us for this presentation of Carson-Newman Women's Soccer. The Eagles victorious by a final score of 3-1. Eagles are 4-1-1 and are unbeaten in their last 5 matches. An unbeaten streak of 5 now for Simon Duffy's squad, as Duffy and his coaching staff secure win 81 in his tenure here with CN. Eagles win 3-1, and they're back on the field next Saturday for a night contest with Newberry. Wolves are in town for a 7:30 kick here in Mossy Creek. For our entire crew, Andrew Rogers signing off here on Flow Sports and the Eagles Sports Network after Carson-Newman wins 3-1 over Coker.